Welcome to Nurtur Talks. I'm so excited to be here with my girls, Andrea and Alex. Today we're going to be talking about quite a few things, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. So what do you guys think about wellness? Like, what does wellness mean to you?
Okay. So I feel like wellness for me just means taking care of yourself, just like you would take care of anyone that really needed you.
So what would that look like, I guess, for you?
Like the actual things I would do?
Yeah.
One thing I really like to do to make sure that like just like mentally and emotionally like I'm in tune is journal. When we go through life and things are so busy, we don't always know why we feel the way we feel because we don't
have time to process it.
Literally, we're just like next thing.
Yeah.
Like, journaling is like so nice to just slow down and actually even know why I feel the way I feel.
Yeah. So do you feel like wellness is pretty much a similar thing?
Oh yeah, I definitely understand, of course. And also, for me, like I also should treat it like I'm feeding my soul in a sense. I didn't even realize I was depressed.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I didn't really understand what depression was.
Oh. Ask you about yours. Wellness as well, and what wellness means to you, and like your experiences with wellness.
Yeah,
what it means to you. How you know you're not in a place of wellness. What it feels like when you are. When the times when it's hard to balance. Like what is your experience with it too? Yeah.
To me, wellness is really just making sure you're like balanced mentally, emotionally, and physically. And if you are not, trying to figure out, okay, which one is off? Is it my mental? Is it my physical? Is it my emotional? Even like your spiritual? Because mine, like I know, like the three things that impact my wellness is if I don't take my depression medication, if I don't spend time with God in the morning, and if I don't exercise. If I am missing one of those three, it's gonna be off. And it's like, if I don't take my medication, then my mood starts to get down, you know, and then I stop spending time with God, and then I stop exercising, and then it just goes into like a tumble, and then I start getting really depressed, and then eating a lot of fast food, and then eating a bunch of candy, and it's like it all kind of like torpedoes or like tornadoes out of control, and then I'm like, okay, let me just figure out which one am I not, because I may be doing like the 2 out of 3, and it's like I'll be okay, but I still feel like off inside. So I'm like, all of them are not level. So I'm like, I need to like stick to those 3 and maintain those 3 as much as I can, because I'm just like, I really realized like if I don't keep those 3 together, I'm not gonna be well. You know,
that's what I'm trying to get.
And then of course like eating. I know eating. Oh.
Girl,
food,
girl,
I love food. I love it. I love all of it.
Girl, yes.
All of it. All of
seafood.
it. But it really impacts you. It impacts you. Like, and I notice like when I do really eat unhealthy, it impacts me as well, to the point that I'm just like, I forget to take my medication, or I don't do this, or I don't exercise. I'm like, oh, I feel so sluggish because I'm eating Chick-fil-A every day. Why are you eating Chick-fil-A every day?
We know it's good, but
it is, so it's like those 3, like if I don't get those 3 together, or those 4, if like eating healthy, because I mean it's okay, and people say this all the time, like it's okay to have cheat days, but I'm like it's about balance. It's about balance. It's not even about having cheat days, it's about balance. Like you can say you eat like avocado toast in the morning, then you have a nice salad, you can have pizza, you know, like it's okay. Or if you want to have your salad with, I don't know, cookie, but it's not like overdoing one or the other. Like it has to be like equal.
Right. For sure.
So I feel like that's like wellness, just making sure those like the like key areas like my mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical are all aligned. Cause I mean, and like I said, like they do, like everybody's life happens, and it's like one gets like more than the other or whatever, but it's like refocusing, like no, I'm not gonna allow life to life me up. I'm gonna like take control back of it as much as like I can, and make sure like I'm well, because I mean, you know, we all have to show up. We have to show up for ourselves, we have to show up for our family, and if we don't, like if we can't put our best foot forward, then what are we really showing up to do?
You
know,
like what are we showing up for?
Exactly.
What's the purpose?
Exactly.
I definitely feel that. I agree. I think it's just so important to like also know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's that too. Like even with like the eating part, it's like that's a matter of like knowing your body and knowing what your body responds to, knowing what your body likes and doesn't like. Because some people may be able to like eat 3 slices of pizza in one sitting and they feel fine. They're gonna do their thing. They'll feel okay. Some people just need one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you are, and I think it's also about like being intentional about knowing what you like, what you don't like in physically with that sense, but also spiritually and emotionally. What resonates with you, what doesn't? Like what kind of makes you feel off, and what you know, like then know what your limitations are. Yeah, that's what it is. Knowing what your limitations are. Yeah. So you never like push yourself too much and kind of set yourself up to not feel good too. Yeah. I think sometimes we don't like give ourselves that space to figure out what we actually need. Yeah. You know, we just kind of expect, at least I know for me, I kind of expect myself to just do whatever comes with my way. Oh. But it's like sometimes it's like, no, I need to like, maybe I can't stay up to 2 a.m. to do this homework. Maybe I actually need to go to bed. Yeah. That's one thing I struggle with a lot. Yeah. It's like, you know, because like, I think it's just so easy to like always feel like the expectations of what's around us like dictate how we need to move in our life. Yeah. But no, it's at the end of the day, it's our body, our vessel. Yeah. It's our emotions, our mind, our spirit. We have to know our limitations, to know what we like, know what we don't like, know what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and move in that. And it's so hard because I feel like so much messaging we get literally says to do the opposite. Oh, but like when we do the opposite, we don't feel, life doesn't feel the same. Yeah. Right. We don't even feel good. So it really is a matter of like knowing your limitations, knowing who you are, what you need, what you want, you know?
And literally
knowing yourself. Yeah,
knowing yourself. It's creating that self-discipline.
And just like knowing knowing yourself in all ways and spending time with yourself enough to be able to get to know yourself. Too. Like you would do with a friend. Yeah. My advice is just to treat yourself like you treat your friends.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm my own best friend.
No, literally.
I will say, literally. So with that though, there have been times when I treated like friends better than I've treated myself. It's like, okay, like, cause you know how people are like, oh, talk to yourself as if like you, like if your friend did something stupid, would you tell her what is wrong with you? Why are you doing, like, no, you'd be like, you know, it's okay, blah blah blah. Because like I've done that, like I've been more gracious and whatever to other people. And to myself, I mean, why did you do that? You know, the worst critic, literally.
I had that issue too. I had to balance it out as well because it's like I know I'm my best friend, but then I'm like, what you mean? You be talking to your best friend like that?
Like that,
Like, come back. Because if you're treating exactly like you're saying, giving more grace to your friends, then why can't you give your own grace to yourself? That's true.
No, that's so true. I feel you on the beating yourself up part. I feel like we don't realize how much our self-talk affects us sometimes. That's something that I'm realizing has been like a theme in my life too. Like how I talk to myself, like
no, it really is.
It's like wow. It's like wow. No, it's like when man. It's like when you talk to yourself like your own enemy, you start to manifest that. You know what I mean? Like when you talk to yourself like you're not worthy, you manifest that. Like, you know, and it's like if there's nothing else we'll have to deal with 24/7, it's our own thoughts. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something we'll have to deal with 24/7. So like making sure that the narratives we're telling ourselves, the self-talk we're having is like healthy and balanced and coming from a place of like love and grace for ourselves, girl. Such a hard thing, especially when you've been struggling with that throughout your life. Like it's such a hard thing to do, but I feel like the difference in it, like the times where I have taken that time, those days where I take the time to be intentional, be like, I love me, I take care of me, I put those affirmations in. No, those days feel great.
Yeah, and that's what also helps, because I know you mentioned earlier about you trying to build your voice and how you struggle with that.
Yeah.
That's going to help it a lot. Because now once you feel that, once you're saying those affirmations and you're now building that confidence within yourself and you know that because you've been loving on yourself, now you'll see a huge difference with your voice. So when it comes to anybody who may, you know, speak negativity into your life or anything like that, you're gonna be like a bounce. It's gonna be a sound.
Anyway,
I like to talk to myself like this. So what are you? So what are you? It's like no one talks to me like this. What do you think? It's like no one. What?
I swear to God.
Literally.
That's why anybody can come to you. You're like, wait a minute. Who are you talking to?
Hold on. Who are you?
Recognize who you're talking to. be at home, especially with yourself. Because you was born by yourself, you know what I mean? All you have is yourself.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
I do feel like, though, I noticed, like, within myself, when I started doing the affirmations, because I don't do them as consistently as I should.
Me too.
Me too. It's a process, but when I was doing them consistently, it's like I actually viewed myself in the mirror differently.
Really?
Like, I actually saw myself as, like, because I, like, struggle with, like, my confidence and being scared and feeling pretty and stuff. But then I noticed, like, when I was doing them, like, for a week consistently, and I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, that's actually kind of pretty.
You saw, you saw the real you.
Yeah.
You saw, like, the real you.
Isn't that crazy? It's like, before, it was like, I just saw my flaw. And it's like, dang, like, we really are our worst critic. Like, we really, like, the way that, like you said, the way you talk to yourself is important. The way, like, everything is like, everything's impacted. Like, it's crazy.
It's all of it is connected.
All of it is connected. And it's like you were saying, we were taught to see ourselves differently. We were taught to view ourselves as not pretty enough, not this enough, not enough. No matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, no matter, it's like, you're not enough. You're not skinny enough, you're not big enough. You don't have a big butt, you don't have big boobs. You don't have small enough waist, you have too small enough waist. You have too dark, you're too light. You're too this, you're too, it's like, no. I was born fine, I was born beautiful. Y'all were born beautiful. You were born beautiful, handsome, whatever you are. You were born like that. Like, it's the world that teaches us that we're not enough. Like, we're not beautiful enough. We're not, like, literally. And then we, unfortunately, like, I allow other, like, outside things to, like, dictate what I am. And it's like, no. You know, like, no. I think, and I feel like that's, like, important to, like, tether yourself to something, like, because it kind of helps you see, like, no, like, I don't care what you say, I don't care what that says, I am beautiful, I am enough. Like, I don't thank you for your input. Well, not even thank you. You can keep your input.
Forget it.
That's nice. You can say whatever you want, but like, I know who I am, and with the whole self-talk and, like, whatnot, it's really, like, it's important. And I feel like that even ties into, like, self-care and, like, how you guys like see self-care and wellness and mental health and adulting. Like, how has that been affected? Like, how do you guys feel like those are affected? Because I feel like affirmations and stuff also have to do with self-care.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Well, see, with me, I've been trying to get more into self-care, as you know, since last year, where I've really been tapping into it more. And also to kind of piggyback off that too, because it kind of brought me to an example. Like, I don't know if you guys watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but on RuPaul, he always brings up, like, their inner saboteur, which is basically those negative thoughts, those type of opinions that you hear from people that bring that negativity into that self-talk. And he says that, you know, that inner saboteur, you gotta fight that. You gotta push him out, like what you said you were doing. That's the best way to even keep the self-talk positive. That inner saboteur come out. Kind of like what you said, the enemy in you. That's kind of what it is. That's the inner saboteur. And as long as you're fighting against it with that positivity, those affirmations you're doing, it blocks that out. You know, it's kind of like that. What is it? The conscious, like, you have the devil on one end.
The angel and the devil on your shoulder.
What is that? Double conscious? Is that what they call it?
Dual consciousness, something like that.
It's kind of
that's so interesting.
It's kind of similar.
I like that. The inner saboteur.
But as far as, like, the self-care, I bring that up because with self-care, I've been trying to basically, you know, build my inner so that inner saboteur doesn't trail back in. And I feel like, because, you know, if you're even, like, you know, watch, you know, do your skincare, do your hair done, do your nails, you know, or let somebody just, you know, pamper you. You know, I feel like those kind of things help build that confidence, again, to know you don't need anybody to dictate anything about you because you're loving on yourself. You're putting that energy out for yourself.
You're just sorry. You're just like, I'm sorry. I'm like,
what happened?
I was just like, I gotta get a massage after that.
And you know what?
Listening to you, I was like, okay, I gotta do that. I'm sorry.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry.
No,
you're good.
I love that.
But Yeah, self-care definitely helps in that. And then adulting, because I know you brought that up as well.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so heavy about it now, since I've been put on that journey of just trying to be on it heavy and try to keep it consistent. Because adulting will definitely try you. You know what I mean? So if you don't have, again, like you said, balance in that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wrap. Because adulting, life will literally come at your door and be like, hello.
Yes.
Like, not today.
I know.
You thought you were going to get your nails done. You thought you were going to get that
your car's going to break down.
Right. You're going to be stuck on 285.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So just with life already being crazy like that, it's best to try to implement as much as you can on yourself and love on yourself as much as you can. Because adulting can go either way. There's no, it's unpredictable. It's just no way about what's going to happen. And you know, with us now tapping into, like, with you guys being, you know, back in school and things like that. But, you know, just knowing that life comes with you with, like, school, work, if you have kids, you know, whatever the case may be, family, you know, just anything can happen. So it's like, as long as you know you have yourself, and you, like we were saying, being your best friend and knowing you got your best friend in yourself to get through it and be like, well, you know what? Hey, you may have had a bad day at work, but don't beat yourself up about it. Again, with that self-talk, just talk to yourself and be like, you're good. Because what's tomorrow? You got nothing to do. You've already prepped it. You've done what you needed to do. Go get that massage. Go get your nails done. You know, and if you have that balance already implemented, good. It helps balance it. Like you said, so that's how I've been trying.
No, it's
And you should.
And you think too.
I agree.
I would love to get a massage right now.
Yes. You need
I'm sorry, because you are wrong. I just like,
I need to get a massage right now.
I don't want to forget that because I won't forget
I got this
it.
prick in my neck.
I'm saying, my back been killing me for real.
I'm like, damn. Like, I really.
I need her to in there.
Bro, I'm so sorry because you were going. But I was like, I don't know if you realize, because you know you can see it with people's eyes when they're not there. And I felt it in myself. So I was like, crap, did she see it?
I saw Morgan lips. I was like, what are you trying to say?
I know. No, it was my eyes. I felt it in my eyes.
You're like, nah, I need a massage right now. Speaking of that.
That's still recording? Yeah. Because I'm like,
Let's actually
I was
go for
all
all of
do
our.
okay, yeah, it's still going.
We're going? Oh, yeah, I'm still going to 6.